Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Ashley and I'm glad you stopped here today. I am doing this tutorial for you. Can you see it? Can you see it? It's the Pat McGrath. So today I used the Pat McGrath Mothership 2 palette, and you know the case looks like this. Go ahead and show it. Oh, of course I have it upside down. Wouldn't be me. So it looks like this. This is the outside case, and then these are the shades on the inside right here. So I created a tutorial with this look. So it's not a review because this palette's been out for such a very long time, and I finally picked it up during the Pat McGrath 25% sale that she was having, kind of like after Black Friday, and the sale just kept kind of going on and on and on. So I decided to pick up this palette. I was really interested in it, especially with this green and this gold right here, and I'm loving this shade as well. So I created this tutorial, like I said, and I want to do more tutorials on my channels. I want to inspire people to like love the makeup they have. Of course, I'm here for the new releases, but it's just fun that we can play in what we already have, and sometimes we just need inspiration. So that's what I'm here for, and we're gonna go ahead and jump into this look. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and get started with the tutorial. So like again, I said I'm using the Mothership 2 in this tutorial, and this is what it looks like, of course. So my eyebrows are filled in, and I'm using the ABH Brow Definer in the shade Caramel, and then my eyelids are primed using the Urban Decay Primer Potion in the shade Caffeine. I'm going to go in with my first brush. It's going to be a crease brush, and this is the Sephora Pro. This is the number 10 brush. And I'm going to go ahead and start with this shade. I don't have the cards out, sorry. But I'm gonna go ahead and start with this brown matte, brownish, purplish matte shade. Now the thing with Pat McGrath's mattes are, you do need to be careful because they pack a whole lot of punch. So I just picked up just a little bit on the top tip of my brush, and I'm gonna go ahead and place this in the crease. And you see, alrighty, how big it is, how dark it is rather. So I'm just going to go ahead and blend this out. I'm not going to take too much additional color, just going to go back and forth. If you see it catching, that's just probably catching on primer. It is smoothing out. So once again, going back and forth. Windshield wiper motions and some circular motions on the side. And I just want to make sure this is fully blended out. Pat McGrath's mattes blend out so nicely, but like I said, this look can get very dark within a matter of minutes. So we should look somewhere about there right now. I'm gonna go in, take a tiny bit more, and when I say a tiny bit, I'm just like that, okay? And I'm gonna tap off a little bit of the excess, probably none even flew off. Now I'm just gonna go back in. And I am using my primer. I did not set it. I have really stopped setting my primers because like you just get better pigmentation when you don't set your primers. Although that is not a problem with Pat McGrath. But if you're using some other shadows, you might want to definitely think about not setting your primer. And it looked like I got a little catch right there, so I'm gonna go back and take a little bit because like I said, I started with not a lot of product, and that's the only problem sometimes when you don't set your primers, like can stick a little bit. So now I want to go in with I'm going to do this shade right here. This is more of a satin shade, but Pat McGrath satins blend out so well. So I'm going to go ahead and take this same brush. That's a Sephora Pro 10. I'm going to move it down just a little bit. And then I'm just going to kind of blend that matte and that particular shade together. And I'm gonna go ahead and fix this. I'm not sure, like, it really just caught on my primer right there. I've used this palette a few times and I haven't had that issue, but I'm just like, eh. Okay, so now I'm gonna go in with, I'm gonna take a little bit of the black and I'm gonna go ahead and switch to my Sephora Pro eyeshadow brush. So I'm gonna pick up a little bit of the black and I'm gonna place it a little bit into the outer V. I'm not gonna start with too much because, you know, black, it can get muddy very quickly. And I'm gonna kind of create a little point with it. And I'm just doing like patting motions, just like patting and picking up motions. Okay, so now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pick up this Blitz, Emerald Blitz, I believe this is called. I'm sorry, I do not have my card with me. And I'm going to go ahead and take some of the Mephron mixing medium with this particular shade. So this is what the Mephron mixing medium looks like. And I'm going to go ahead and take this flat synthetic brush right here. This is from Tarte. It's from like a unicorn set something. So with the Mephron mixing medium, you want to go ahead and open it up. You want to just get your brush a little wet with it. And I don't necessarily recommend always dampening your brush. You can use like setting spray, but with the mixing medium, they say you should just go in. And I'm gonna go ahead and pick up, sorry, get that in focus. I'm gonna go ahead and tap that off. And I'm gonna put this color right here and blend it into the black. And look how foiled. Look how foiled. When I say, like, whew. And I'm gonna kind of emulate that I'm doing a cut crease. I like to bring my shadows up a little higher. The simple fact that I have a very small mobile lid, okay? So you really don't need any more. So now I'm gonna just wipe this brush off like on a little towel. And I'm gonna do the same thing with this shade right here. I'm gonna put that in the other part of my eyelid. I'm gonna go in with the mixing medium. Take my brush, I'm just gonna like gently get it wet on the side. You don't want it too wet. So it will make the eyeshadows like chunky and kind of separate a little bit easier. You just want it damp. Go ahead and pick up some. I'm like, do I have it on the damp end? I can't even tell what you're not damping. Okay, so now I'm gonna put it right here on the other inner part of the lid. I'm gonna pick up some more because I'm like, did I even dampen my brush? There we go. And I'm gonna keep this color more down than this way because I'm actually gonna extend the green over some. Picking up more of that gold. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and switch brushes. I'm going to go ahead and take a Sephora Pro, actually I'm not. I'm going to change to this like little bullet brush because I want to make sure we get a precise application. And I'm going to go ahead and get it damp with the mixing medium again, because I'm going to go back into the Blitz, Emerald Blitz. Okay, so I have it damp, and I'm going to go ahead and pick up the shade again. And I'm going to go over. Sorry, y'all, that's the wind. Dang. And I'm literally just drawing that over. And I'm going to make sure I have like full coverage right in this area. Going back with that first brush, this for Pro 10, we're going to go in with our first, our transition shade right here, this matte shade. Focus. There you go. And just pick up a little bit. Make sure we have it blended out. Now we can go in and kind of intensify our look. Now I'm going to go in with that same Tarte brush, and I'm going to go ahead and take this shade right here and place it in the inner corner. It's right there. And my brush was still a tiny bit damp. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and do the other eye and I'll be right back. Okay guys, so I did the other eye. Sorry if you hear the wind, it's cutting up out there. So I'm gonna go ahead and, it's like looking at this, it was a little bit uneven, so I'm gonna even it up. And I put on a little bit of base, which is the Too Faced foundation in the Born This Way. So I'm gonna go back in with that green with that same little Tarte brush. And I'm just gonna try to, just gonna bring this up just a tiny bit. When I stepped back, I was like, we're not quite even. This eye, I don't know, you know, everything's not quite symmetrical, so sometimes you have to make some adjustments. This is usually the eye where I need to, if I do something that looks kind of cut creasy like this. So I'm going to go ahead, I lined this eye a little bit with the Kat Von D True Pro eyeliner, and I'm just going to go ahead and do another thin line right here. I'm going to put on lashes, but I don't want to do a big heavy wing liner, so I'm going to go ahead, take this. Okay, so I don't know if you guys could tell, I was holding my breath. Now I'm going to go in with my Kiss lashes in the shade Ritzy. In the style Ritzy. They didn't know lashes had a shade. So like the good thing about this glue, it gets tacky pretty quickly. And I do not put on mascara prior to putting on my false lashes. My lashes tend to go up like this anyway. As you can see, they're very light. But every time I try to like put mascara on before, it's a mess. It makes it so much harder to put on my lashes. So I know a lot of people are like, oh, put your mascara on first. If you're having trouble doing that, I would suggest you try it the other way around. I'm gonna go ahead and take this eye pencil by Pat McGrath. This is Extreme Black, and this is one of her eye crayons. And we're gonna go ahead and hit this waterline up. And then I'm going to go in with, I'm like, what do we want on the bottom lash line? You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna go back in with the green. And I'm gonna take that pencil brush that we used right here and pick up some of the Blitz. Y'all, this wind. Look, I can't. I cannot. What makes it even worse is the other end of, I live in an old mansion that was converted into condos. So the other end of our building, it's a round column. So the wind, and we're on the corner, so the wind will literally just come around like that, and it makes it sound just even worse. And it's been so warm here these last few, like the last really 2 weeks has been very warm in Chicago. Like when I say warm, I mean like 40s. A couple of days 53. It's January, y'all. So like I know they talk about global warming, but then part of me is like, if this is what winter feels like with global warming, not too bad at it. And I definitely believe in global warming. We have to do better. That's why we're having so many hurricanes, wildfires, all that stuff. But you can't complain when it's 53 degrees in January pretty consistently. Like the last 2 weeks, and we haven't even really had that much snow yet. Okay, we got our waterline going. It's cute. Now the shadow, my brush was still a little bit wet from that Mephron Mixing Medium. We're gonna go back into this shade right here. And we're gonna put it connected where our inner corner is. If it wants to go over there. There we go. This look, y'all, I'm here for it. So I'm gonna put some lipstick on and a little blush and highlighter, and I will come right back. Okay guys, so this is the final look. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I think it came out beautiful. You know, the shadows, they perform like I expected. It's Pat McGrath, plus I've used this palette a few times now since I've had it in my possession. And I hope you guys liked it and had fun watching this tutorial, and I encourage you guys to try this look. If this is maybe a little bit much, think about just stepping out of your box a little bit. It's a new year, you know. Let's do some few new things. So let me know down below in the comments if you like this tutorial or if you like this style of videos, and please consider subscribing to my channel. You know I would love to have you here, and I'm gonna do my chair dance for you, because you know that's how I roll. I like to dance, so I'm gonna do my chair dance for you because I'm sitting there. Duh. Okay, but you know, thank you for tuning in, and I'll have another video for you very soon. Bye.